Sit, sit, sit. This is Nari, this is Herbie, this is their roadmap to success. We really primarily worked with her, we worked with him a little bit. Oh, good catch. Impressive, she just went to her dog bed. So name each dog bed. Call that one Jamaica, call this one, Cuba, call the next one Puerto Rico, whatever you want. Come up with funny command words, and I have a video on my website that shows you how to go here. I'm going to talk about video. I'm going to say video for a lot of these things because I don't want to recreate them all. So if I say video, go to doggoneproblems.com. On a desktop, at the top of the page, it will say dog training tips. Click there. That's where I put all these write-ups. If you're on a phone, you're going to press the menu button, and then at the bottom of the page, there's going to be the search box. So you can type these things in. Dog bed, and there will be videos that will show you how to teach your dog to go to the dog bed and name your dog bed. We also went over enforcing rules, and that's also, you just search for rules. There'll be a lot of posts that come up, but find a video where it talks about rules. So some of the rules we talked about, if a dog doesn't have any rules, it can very easily see you as a peer. If it sees you as a peer, then listening to is optional. So the more that we enforce rules, the more the dog sees us acting like a leader, and it's a great way to start creating a healthy leader-follower dynamic. So some of the rules we talked about, not being allowed on the furniture. They're allowed to be on some furniture, but not others. X-mats will help with that. Sit. Sit. Remember, always put the treat in the mouth first and say the command word after, and only the command word. Not good sit, not Herbie sit, just sit. Right, buddy? Yeah. Okay, so not allowed on A furniture for at least 66 days after that furniture with permission. Get the X-mats, that'll help you keep them off. Not allowed in the kitchen when we're preparing food. The humans are going to eat something before they feed the dogs, and we're going to feed the dogs one at a time. So I would try to feed him first because she's a little bit more boisterous, and you had him longer?
We had her longer.
Oh, had her longer, but she's pushing his boundaries more, and he's more of the behavior you want, so we want to kind of elevate that. And then when he's done eating, we pick up and dump any remaining food, they won't have any, and come up and use passive training. So every time he takes his first bite of food, maybe you call it runza, and when she takes her first bite of food, maybe you call it fa, whatever you want to do. So the idea is we come up with, whatever your favorite food dishes are. Now we create a funny command word for that. So for 3 months, when the dog takes his first bite of food, whatever each dog's word is, say that command word. The name of your favorite restaurant or favorite dish. I say feast, grub, chow, and lasagna for my 4 dogs. So after a while, you can say feast, and then he knows that's my word to eat, and it doesn't mean anything to her. Other rules, let me see. Don't let them go up and down the stairs ahead of you. Don't let them go through a door ahead of you. Make them sit at the door and tell them to sit. If they don't sit within 3 seconds, walk away, sit down, wait 1 minute, come back and try again. Only one time. This time I walk away if they don't do it for 2 minutes. The next time I walk away for 4 minutes, then 8 minutes. And if he sits and she doesn't, I open the door and let him out, and don't let her out over there. And so this way we're paying based on performance. You might want to put painter's tape down around and practice that warm up before dinner at the dinner table. Same thing with practicing cooking like we just got done demonstrating. The videos above, I gave you guys 2. Normally I only do 1, but there's one on just help her not cower down when you're petting her, and the other one about how to condition her to look away from other dogs, and you can do that with him as well. Just find a place, and we're in basically Benson, Elmwood, or Memorial Park. So find a park where people are going to be coming by, where you can find where you're secluded, people aren't going to come towards you, and you have enough distance like I talked about in the video above. We also talked about petting with purpose and passive training, videos for both of those. Passive training is waiting for the dog to organically offer you the behavior. So every time your dog comes to you, pet it and say come. Every time it sits, pet it and say sit, and so on. Name all your toys. Brings you a toy, call it Herbie. Well, not Herbie for him, but Runza or Banana or whatever the toys are, give them each one of them a nickname. When they bring it to you, pet them and say the name. When they drink water, say Agua or Heineken or Stella, whatever your favorite drink is, so that you can teach your dog to drink on command. When they potty, even though they know they're not potty trained or they don't have potty issues, reinforce it every time you do it. So try to name everything you do. When the dog comes to you, don't say good sit or good come, just come. All right, we also went over the 4 escalating consequences and how to use those to enforce rules. Remember, hiss before they break the rule, then after the 3 after that are going to come one after the other, but sometimes you'll combine them together. Let me see, what else did we go over? The leash. So make sure that they're calm before that, when we come home, they're excited. So practice coming home and just ignoring them like they're not even there. As soon as they get calm, reach for them, start wiggling, pull your arm back, and go back about your business. You'll have to start and stop the petting over and over again, just like your parents taught you to say please or thank you over and over again. It takes a lot of repetition. Eventually, the dog will just, when you come home, I'll just sit down quietly because then you start petting me as soon as I'm calm, and as soon as I'm excited, you stop petting me. And use that interaction for anything that you guys are doing. The dog starts doing what you don't want, detach. When it does things you want, engage. Remember this, if you're petting a dog, puts a paw on your arm, that's a domination move. Stop petting your dog when it does that. Stopping engaging with our dog is half of how dogs learn, and it's the half that humans throw away and never use. So if you start stopping your engagement with the dog the instant they do the wrong thing, we're not yelling at them, we're punishing them or chastising, the thing that they want stops happening. So the leash, practice leashing them up several times a day without actually going for a walk. And remember, as soon as they walk in front of you, turn around, and you can also calm leash is another video to watch where I go through a whole video and explain all the ins and outs for that. Exercising them before a walk will do wonders for you. I think for these guys for the walk, exercising them before the walk and then making sure they're calm on the walk is going to have a profound impact. All the other auxiliary things we did over structure, when petting, earning your pets, having to respect boundaries and rules are all going to help the dog start to see you and act like great passive training she used to do off camera. So use those watchwords. Say paycheck if you suspect someone's petting without a purpose. Say I usually say testify. If the dog's doing something I want, I used to say recognize, but testify I think is funnier. So testify, and you look at the dog, and standing there, pet it and say come. So we'll see it and our partner won't see it. So if we help our partner out, that can help us get on the same page. If you do it wrong, realize you did it wrong and just do it the right way. Even if you're doing you're doing the focus exercise, you focus. Oh, I'm not going to say focus so because I'm not going to say it then too. But they're good dogs. I think they're just probably under-exercised and we're confused about their role in the house. So now that the guardians know how to act in ways that are communicating to the dog what they do and don't want, after a while, the dogs will start emulating and offering those behaviors proactively, paying for that attention or that privilege. I'm trying to think, is there anything else you want me to go over? No. I'm pretty good at summarizing these. Now watch this video now. You'll be excited. You're going to get this link from me in about a week. You'll be excited to watch it. Mark to come back a month from now and watch this video again. This one, there's going to be a whole lot of little things that you forget that will help. Passive training. Testify. Yes. So you say pet, or actually you say crash. Okay. Testify means to you, you need to be doing it. Remember, only use the command word and try to pet under the chin whenever possible. Come. Well, this is Nari. Come. And this is Herbie. That was passive training. Well, there's a version of passive. I had it waiting. That's really more operant conditioning. Once you sit, the treat goes in their mouth. But I'm not telling you what to do in that case. They know what I wanted. And as soon as they did it, they got rewarded. Well, that was Nari. This is Herbie. And this is the roadmap to success. Remember, everything you do trains your dog. Only sometimes you mean it. Right, Herbie?